Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we are back on the Lasagn SMP server. I'm not going to stutter over that name again. I just have to be a little bit careful. It is kind of weird to pronounce because it's, I don't know, it's like an incomplete word because it's not lasagna. It is Lasagn, which just feels weird to attempt to pronounce. But we got a lot going on. Well, I hope he's not stuck there. I hope he can just... You know what, actually, I don't need that fence there. We're going to spawn some chickens. I really need some eggs and feathers and just pretty much everything chickens have to offer. I also cannot get that fence, and it's going to bother me that I'm just going to leave it there to despawn, but I am just going to leave it there to despawn. So, I got a lot going on. I changed a lot around the base, and there's a lot of interesting stuff that has gone on today. I just wanted to open up today and explain some stuff. First of all, my skin. I never even explained this. I don't really know why. No one questioned it yet, but I figured I might as well explain it right now for anyone that's watching. My skin is Deku from the anime My Hero Academia. And great anime, by the way. I would definitely recommend if you like anime. Like 10 out of 10 recommend. As you can tell, I changed some stuff over there. I'm not going to enchant anything right now because what I want to do, firstly, in this episode is max out my tools. So we have an efficiency 4 Unbreaking 3 axe that could use mending. This, I need like a completely different bow. I'm not even sure if this is worth keeping anymore. I'm not really sure I want flame either, so I might make a completely new bow. That's fine, this is fine, that's fine. I need looting on this sword, definitely. Do I have a looting book? But yeah, I'm trying to max out all my tools because I've been farming everything on the server. I've been spending just an absolute immaculate amount of time just gathering different supplies for these upcoming next projects because we are not pulling any more punches in this series. There's not going to be any small upgrades and stuff. Well, there probably will be, but I'm doing some major projects now, and I got big plans in store right now for the immediate future of this series, and I am very motivated to get going on that. So do I need anything else on this? I don't want knockback. I just want looting 3. I don't want fire aspect. I think that's just fine. I might put smite on my sword. Or axe, I mean. Should I do that? I think I should, honestly. It's definitely worth, because I think if it's smite 5, I can one-hit KO phantoms, which would be so nice. I've recently been extremely inspired to do some stuff around the base, and honestly, like, this just happens every once in a while, where I just like get super inspired and I come up with great ideas for the base, and I think I have come up with some amazing ideas. But before we get into doing any of those projects, I've actually gone around and changed up the base quite a lot. I'm trying to figure out what I'm mending on. I guess I'll put it on my axe so I can repair that eventually. And I also want efficiency. I need another efficiency 4 book. But yeah, I've gone around the base and just absolutely changed like a ton of stuff. I've just done a ton of landscaping, a ton of like neatening up. I haven't done any details. I've just been kind of opening up the base, and you guys will see exactly what I mean when I get out there. And I think I'm getting a better idea of how exactly I want this base to be. But I'm not 100% at the moment. Also, I think I actually, now that I think about it, I think I do want fire aspect on my axe. That would be really nice to have. Fire aspect and smite 5. That is what I'm looking for pretty much. I don't know if I have 2 smite 4 books. And I'm trying not to use anything that has multiple enchants on it because I just preferably would like not to use those. So that's 1 smite 4 book. And also, by the way, someone named Galactic is my next door neighbor. He's really close. In Minecraft, of course, not in real life. Pretty sure he's not even from the US. So, but yeah, he is living pretty close to my base, about 100-ish blocks away over the ocean. He uses my nether portal to get to and from his base because it's like literally right next to my base. So I don't see another smite 4 book, so I'll just add the smite 3 for now, or smite 4, I mean. And hopefully eventually we can get that up to a smite 5. I think I'm technically supposed to... I don't remember if I add the... Oh, no, you can't add fire aspect. Can you add smite? You can add smite. Why can't you add fire aspect? I didn't actually know that. I thought you could. But apparently you cannot. So, smite 4, and we'll add another smite 4 soon. I don't think I want Silk Touch or anything, but yeah, I figured I'd need a lot of levels for that, so that's why I didn't want to enchant. I don't want fire aspect on my sword, so we're just going to put that away. Okay, so as you can tell, I've got a whole ton of steak. I have been farming cows. I have been farming resources. I have tons of leaves now. I have tons of wood. And as you can see right here, we're just going to fly around this base. I have done some major changes. You can probably tell by the thumbnail of the video. But yeah, I made this little pathway around here. This is pretty much for Galactic. He built this little railway here that connects our bases. Eventually, I think we're going to replace that with ice boats or something. And I figure that this actually looks nice regardless of whether or not he has a little connection point to my base. So I thought I'd keep that. I might make it wrap all the way around. I'm not 100% on that at the moment, but I think where it is right now is great. And also, if you saw, it kind of it goes over the waterfall over there, and that's super nice. I also adjusted some of the mountain here. Let's see, I made this waterfall here, and I have plans. There's a little sign down there. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I have plans for what I'm going to do right here, and I can tell you it's not going to be super simple. It's actually kind of complicated, and hope it'll wind up being really cool. But yeah, I have been just gathering just tons of resources, as I said, because I really want to be able to focus on my builds now. Now here, you can see that the ice pillars, or ice spikes, however you want to call them, are now lifted slightly, but they're not lifted. I actually lowered the ground level over here. Anywhere that spikes are lifted like this, that's how far I lowered the ground by. So right there, I lowered it by 3 or 4 blocks. Same for over there. Over here, I only lowered it by 1 block. Over here, I lowered it by a lot as well. I also took out the cylinder of cobblestone right here, because I am not going to build multiple towers. I actually have the tower design already made up. It's in a creative world. Maybe I'll show you guys later, but that's for another day. I want to build 1 tower just here. Not really a lighthouse, but more as just an observatory, so we can watch over like the ocean. It's got a nice medieval theme to it. I just need to detail it a bit more, and then I can build it. I also built a mountain right here. Ouch! Right here, as you guys can tell. I also should put a torch at the very top of this. Just give me a second here. Okay, well, I missed. There's one close enough anyway. So I built this little mountain, or at least I built it taller. I built this up and reshaped it a little bit. As you guys can tell, I've just done a ton of just reshaping mountains around here. And I do have more plans, like right here. I want this to be a pathway that then actually scales up the side of the mountain over here. And I want to make this mountain absolutely monstrous. I want to make this mountain about twice the height that it is right now. So that it's kind of a dividing wall between my base area and the rest, because my land claim is it ends right about on this mountain. So preferably I'd like to just make this mountain absolutely gigantic, make it just a giant wall, so that it separates my base from the rest of the land. Besides, there's nothing on the other side of the mountain I'm too interested in at the moment. And I thought I was done with the tree farm, so I took it out, but then I realized I need birch leaves, so I put it back, but it's very small this time, and it's just right here. So hopefully that is enough. I think it is enough, honestly. It should be fine. But yeah, as you guys can tell, I've just done an absolute ton around the base, and I'm sorry I didn't really record it. Unfortunately, I did ask for, or I guess fortunately, I did wind up asking if I could have a account that, like an alt account on the server that is in spectator mode. You know, I was expecting it, but unfortunately they are not going to allow that for obvious reasons, which is fine. I'll figure out how to use it then in other situations where I find necessary, I guess. Now, I do have some plans to use that in this episode specifically, actually. So when you guys get to that, you can tell me how it is, but I'm pretty sure it should wind up being fine. It's just like I do not want like the camera account just to, because it's in survival right now. That's the only way it can be at the moment, and I just don't want the camera account to die to phantoms and stuff, and die to hunger and stuff, because that would kind of ruin any footage that I'm recording. Like if he starts dying to hunger, that's gonna make the sped up footage look really weird, especially since it's hard mode. I'm pretty sure you can actually die of starvation. So and I do plan on doing like some long time lapses that'll probably take 2 or 3 Minecraft days. So that's why I'm a little bit worried about phantoms and stuff. It's kind of unfortunate that I don't have a spectator mode, but I'll make it work out. I'll just do like underground stuff, I guess, with the camera account. But as for right now, I can't do much. And also, this is one of the biggest areas that I reshaped. This mountain wall. I basically tore it apart before. And if you guys, I'm probably showing it on screen right now from start to finish. I took 3 screenshots so you guys can see the progress that I made on, you know, reshaping that wall. I did take it apart, and I just never rebuilt it. So I wound up rebuilding it, and I think it came out pretty nice. Especially, I just love that side, like the beach and everything on that side just looks super nice. I may detail it a bit more once we get around to detailing the base, but I need the overall shape of the geography around here to basically be completed, which I think I'm much closer to now that I've opened it up a lot, because I removed some mountains over here and stuff. If you guys remember that was here. I'm very tempted to remove this, but I also don't think that I will. You know, it would really open up the area, but again, I don't think it's necessary. So, I think that's gonna about do it for me just telling you guys what I've changed, and let's get on to the actual project of today. Oh, and before we get on with today's project, I actually forgot to mention this. The shop has generated so much profit. This is all that my shop has generated. But more importantly, it's actually almost bought out, which means that just an absolute ton of quartz. I'm actually going to leave some in there. Just an absolute ton of quartz is now in the hands of players, which I'm really happy about. Hopefully people can put that to good use and make some awesome builds. And if you're someone on the server who has done some builds with some of the quartz that you bought, you could always tell me, and I could check out the base, because I am going to do fly arounds at some bases. You know, in one of the future episodes, possibly the next episode actually, so be prepared for that. But yeah, if you want to suggest your base for me to fly around, you could tell me in the comment section and tell me the coordinates, and I might do a flyby and record it. But yeah, I'm really interested in looking around the server, because I haven't looked around too much, but every time I have flown around, it's been absolutely awesome. But yeah, let's get on with the project before I ramble on for too long, because it's already 12 minutes into the video, so I apologize for that. Maybe less for you guys. I might cut some stuff out, but yeah, let's go on with this project. Alright everybody, welcome to my very first third-person time-lapse. That is right, we are here. This is the project I wanted to do. We are down in my strip mine currently, as you can tell, where I do a lot of my mining with my haste 2 beacon over here, as you can tell. I also have a ton of shulker boxes over here, and then unfortunately this is the audio from, you know, the account that's playing by the shulker boxes. But yeah, I have tons of shulker boxes full of materials over here. And I am going to be building a sort of Mayan temple type of thing, and I want to put a tree in the center. Now that I think about it, I hope that beacon beams can go through leaves. If it can't, this might kind of ruin my idea, but we will see, because I'll explain this in greater depth in another episode, but basically just all you need to know is that down here is going to be a Mayan temple kind of build. So yeah, let's jump right into it. Alright, everybody, welcome back. We are here. So I want to quickly apologize for the time lapse. It probably was a little bit messed up and you couldn't really, it was not a good angle. So I apologize for that. Maybe I'll try moving the camera around as I do different areas, but honestly, mob spawning was becoming a problem, so I wasn't able to time lapse as much as I wanted to. Anyway, so yeah, I did try a couple things with the camera angles, but depending on how many clips you see is how many things wound up working out. So yeah, there's probably going to be a lot of progress that wasn't exactly time-lapsed, but that's okay because honestly, the mobs spawning did become quite a problem because when I'm doing like this all down here, I want to mine all this out and then start placing everything back in, but that makes mobs spawn. So what winds up happening is I would have to do just a chunk or two at a time so that mobs don't spawn and don't attack my camera account, but that's not going to happen. So yeah, it's going to be what it's going to be, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, we made great progress on this thing, honestly. Now I do have redstone lamps that I want to put in here in different places, but I think that's about going to do it for today's episode. I know that it was, this is a pretty productive episode. I've done a lot that was off camera, and I've been grinding resources up quite a bit. If you have any suggestions for what you want to see down here, I would appreciate it. I do have some different designs in mind. This is not by any means a finished product. I have a lot of good ideas to do here and a lot of touching up to do. So we'll finish this up in the next episode, or finish the bottom half up in the next episode. And if you're wondering what that means, well, you'll find out in the next episode. I have big plans for this area, and this project is probably only about a quarter of the way done. So yeah, there's a bit more coming when it comes to this temple. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you did, a rating and a comment is always greatly appreciated. Plop. And have a great day. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.